drivers' meeting today.
And behind Cristiano D'Amata, Kanaan and Tracy. Kanaan shown in 8th, Tracy 9th, so that is 4 position as those two battle.
And they're both in Lolas, both with Honda engines. You see in the brake zone for the corner, Tracy again pulls up.
Brave on the brakes.
Oh, Tracy is brave anywhere. You can he will happily run wheel to wheel. He will happily interlock wheels no matter what speed you're running at. He's happy to play chicken. 2 down changes. He loses it in the middle, tries to turn the car and then get back on the power earlier than Kanaan. So evenly matched.
Dario Franchitti's last lap was over 26 seconds. Now he clicks over another and he improves to 25 flat. There's some concern there for a moment. Word from down below is that his engine was sounding a little bit sour. He has a handy gap over Tora Takagi, about 8 seconds.
L7.
Not too much wrong with Paul Tracy as you look at the Brazilian boys here. Paul Tracy has just thrown in fastest lap of the race at a 24.1. So Tracy, when he's by himself, particularly in free air, is extremely fast.
Back to my point about D'Amata and the drivers behind him. That is not somebody buried in the points behind Cristiano D'Amata. That's Bruno Junqueira, who is tied for second, 20 points behind D'Amata. Dario Franchitti is 4th in the title chase. So D'Amata cannot afford a misstep.
Yeah, Bruno by far the most consistent qualifier in the field here. I think his average qualifying position for the whole season is something like 3.1. What did he just say, L5?
I didn't catch it. What a day for Brazil, though. Winning the World Cup Championship for the 5th time early this morning in the Far East. And it would appear, with 5 laps to go, as though a Brazilian, one Brazilian or another, will triumph today. 4 laps remaining for Cristiano D'Amata, going for his 6th win in the past 9 CART FedEx Championship Series races. He won the final 2 races of 2002 on the street course in Surfers Paradise, Australia, and the Super Speedway in Fontana, California, winning $1 million in prize money for the latter.
L3, Chris, L3.
Won 3 of 6 races thus far this year, going for his 4th win and an even fatter lead in the championship. Behind him, Tora Takagi can match his best ever finish with a 4th. Shinji Nakano will have his career best finish. His previous best was 8th. He's currently in 5th spot.
And in celebration
L2,
of
Chris, L2.
Brazil winning the World Cup, we imported typical Brazilian weather because it is hot and sticky and sweaty and uncomfortable. But Cristiano D'Amata has always said, the hotter it is, the better.
Incredibly fit athletes. And if you don't think they're athletes making potentially life or death decisions on a split-second basis, white flag for Cristiano D'Amata, then you are kidding yourself. These guys are athletes in every sense of the word.
That is Kenny Seawick on the radio with Cristiano D'Amata. He is his link to the strategy and the calls as this race unfolds. And believe it or not, he's almost in the car with him. They get that close and they get wrapped up in it.
Checkered flags in the hands of Jim Swintel, and he waves them over Cristiano D'Amata, the man known as Shorty or Chris to his team.
Excellent stop today.
Franchitti is on the podium. The Brazilians win again.
4th victory of the season, 6th in the last 9 races for Cristiano D'Amata, and The second straight 1-2-3 finish. The podium finishers are the same as they were 2 weeks ago in Portland. D'Amata, Junqueira, and Franchitti.
And Alex Tagliani, after all his ups and downs, as we watch Cristiano D'Amata come in for the congratulations. Tagliani, who had such a great day, 7th place is the best he could do.
This guy is simply amazing. And as we've seen so often in racing, Derek, when things are going well, they go really well. Why is it Christian Fittipaldi's wheel who came off after a blown stop? Never D'Amata's.
Okay, and maybe we can have our Ralph Shaheen make sure that he doesn't put the hat on, because wait till you see the haircut. Wait till you see the haircut up close. Cristiano.
As I mentioned earlier, he makes no bones about it. It's the championship or nothing. Anything other than the CART FedEx Championship and its $1 million bonus to the champion driver will be a failure in 2002.
If you remember, Bob, last time we said there's a concern that he could dominate the championship. Now that we're on an oval track, it is now a fear because of what he did today.
Ralph Shaheen is there.
Well, Cristiano D'Amata is taking his helmet off, motioning to all his crew guys. They're coming up here. I think he's going to want to have somebody else have their head shaved here before this day is over. Crew getting in there. Of course, he's got to get his Hans device off, undo the radio, and get something cool to drink here today. Here he is. Well, Cristiano, you've been dominating on the road courses. How's it feel to be an oval course winner?
Well, it feels, of course, very good. Everybody had a lot of doubts about our team in the ovals. It's good that we were able to deliver the race today. Tough race, very hot, pressure all the time. Just have to thank all the Newman Haas guys. They did the job on the pits and gave me the great car today.
Where has the difference come with this car on the ovals? Where did you guys find the speed?
Well, I can't tell you, but it's just a lot of things. It's not one thing or the other. It's just a combination of things. I'm just very happy.
It's a great day for Brazil. You win the World Cup, and now you win on the CART FedEx Championship here in Chicago. Are you going to make any of these other guys shave their head as well?
Yeah, I had a bet actually with my crew. If we win today on the oval, they're going to have to dye their hair just like Ronaldo.
Oh boy, it's going to be an ugly day at the barber. Jan Bikas?
And being checked out by the safety team is Bruno Junqueira, because as we know, a brutal day heat-wise, even for a Brazilian, that looked tough.
Yeah, I didn't get tired, but dehydrate. Very tough. Thank Team Target, give me a good car. I drove well, run a little bit short this time, but the championship is long. I will try to catch Cristiano.
Short of time and short of breath. Did you think, was pit stops the difference for you today, being so tough to pass on the racetrack?
They start. Couldn't get by him. The Team Target did very good pit stops, but I just couldn't get by him.
All right, get yourself cooled down. Thank you, Bruno.
Thank you.
Ralph?
With Dario Franchitti now. Dario, at the beginning of the day, you were without a doubt the man to beat. What went wrong here today?
No, we had the car to win today. There's no doubt about it. But every time we came in the pits, we lost positions. I don't know. We had one clean pit stop at the end there. The other two were junk. We had tires not go on right, and we lost all the places in the pits today. So we need to work at that, because we're losing races here. We have the car to win, and we're losing races. So I'm pretty upset at the moment.
I know you've been scrambling to find something to lock onto to build on. You win the pole here this weekend, showed lots of speed in the beginning. What can you take from this to maybe get you to victory lane in Toronto?
Well, I think we've got the car to do it. I mean, we checked out at the start. We had the same problem with everybody else in traffic, but we had no problem with speed. It's just we need to get our pit stops right. Once we get that, we're looking good.
Alex Tagliani also out of your car. Boy, it looked today, this was going to be your day. It certainly looked like it. Tell us about the incident in turn one.
Well, I mean, it's the only opportunity to pass, I guess, on a restart. And Paul thought that he couldn't make it. And when he touched the marbles, he saw that the car was going to slide, so he kind of pinch us in. And Junqueira stepped on the brake, so I had to go on the inside of the white line and And I give as much room as I can to Paul, but he took more, and we touched.
Now, does this start to make you think? I mean, the fact that you've had so many opportunities to win, and these little things keep happening, I mean, is it hard to keep your confidence up?
No, not really. I think what is keeping the confidence up on a driver is the fact that the players' team give me a good car, and every weekend we seem to be able to qualify up front, and in qualifying, that's pure speed. But like I said before, you need to be fast, you need to have good stops that we had, and a little bit of luck, and that's the only thing we missed today.
I think it'll come someday soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bob?
All right, thanks very much, guys. There is Cristiano D'Amata beginning the long process of meeting the world's media after today's victory. Third in a row for Cristiano D'Amata, the first kart FedEx Championship Series driver to do that since Juan Pablo Montoya back in 1999 in his championship year when he did it twice. Bruno Junqueira second, Dario Franchitti third for the second straight race. Career best finishes for Shinji Nakano, and Michel Jourdain Jr. squeaks into the top 10, his 7th consecutive top 10 finish. Toru Takagi, as we mentioned earlier, also matched his career best in 4th place. With the victory and the bonus point for leading the most laps in the race, Cristiano D'Amata extends his lead over second place Bruno Junqueira to 25 points. And Derek Daly, as we said earlier, it's looking more and more like Cristiano D'Amata is going to be very tough to beat the rest of the way.
Interesting, top 3 in the championship are on the podium here this weekend. But Dario is right. They now have the speed. They just have to make everything and all the cards fall properly as these races unfold. Interesting, though, we saw Paul Newman's disgust earlier when Christian went out, and then we saw his delight when we saw him as Cristiano, his other driver, was interviewed, having been successful. But it just shows you, Bob, tiny mistakes are extremely costly.
Cristiano D'Amata's father, Antonio, goes to all of his races. He was down there a moment ago in the black hat. There's Ashley Judd, I believe, Dario Franchitti's wife, congratulating Shorty on yet another triumph. He is simply so good at what he does. Next week, it'll be Toronto on the temporary street circuit. The week after that, the wide open spaces of Burke Lakefront Airport in Cleveland, Ohio. 2 years ago, Cristiano D'Amata picked up his first career victory in the Kart FedEx Championship Series here at Chicago Motor Speedway. But today's victory may be the most important of all because it confirms him as the man to beat in the 2002 championship.
And Bob, as dominant as this man has been, D'Amata, he's only 25 points ahead in the championship. One DNF, and suddenly Junqueira and Franchitti are right there snapping at his heels. So this championship, in this long, hot summer struggle that's about to come up, could be just fascinating.
7 races down, 13 to go in the 2002 Kart FedEx Championship Series. A lot of racing still to come on road courses, street circuits, short ovals, and super speedways. We hope you'll be with us all the way. For Derek Daly, Ralph Shaheen, and Jan Bikas, I'm Bob Varsha saying so long from the Chicago Motor Speedway, where Cristiano D'Amata has won the Kart Grand Prix of Chicago. Join us next Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time when the Kart FedEx Championship Series on CBS continues with the Molson Indy Toronto. And be sure to tune into CBS Sports Saturday as the NTRA Summer Racing Tour presented by Long John Silver's continues at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great 4th of July holiday, everyone. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports.